Okay. Good evening and welcome. Thank you so much for joining the NJACAC Virtual College Exploration session this evening. We are going to get started. I apologize for the delay. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping items. This session will last 45 minutes. And while in the session, you will have the ability to ask your questions through the Q&A feature at the bottom of your screen. Please feel free to ask questions during the session, as the panelists will be able to monitor that during the presentation and can assist you during this time. You will also have your cameras off and your microphones off. So the best way to get your questions asked and answered is through that Q&A feature. This session is being recorded and will be available on the NJACAC website shortly after this presentation. So feel free to check back there if you miss anything. And feel free to sign up for more sessions. There are sessions going to be hosted the remainder of this week and into next week as well. So we want to make certain that you get to enjoy hearing from as many schools as possible. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to our panelists so that you can hear more.
Hey guys, how are you? We're so glad that you are able to join us today, and we're very grateful that you have. We look forward to presenting our colleges to you from Florida, and we certainly, again, appreciate your time. We know that exploring, colleges is not an easy thing to do, so we're here to make that decision or help you make that decision as best we can. So, all right, so we're gonna get started. My name is Sherry Brown and I represent Florida Southern College.
And my name is Dylan Klim. I represent Lynn University. I'm an admission counselor here at Lynn. I work with students from New Jersey and Delaware as well.
Hi everyone, my name is Tonye. I'm an admission counselor here at Florida Tech and I work with students from New Jersey.
And hi, my name is Philippa Roberts. I'm an admissions counselor with Eckerd College and I represent students from New Jersey.
All right, so we feel that, an advantage of studying in Florida is we have some awesome opportunities for you. We have awesome research opportunities for you, study abroad. We have a very diverse campuses, and our state as a whole is very diverse. We definitely have undergraduate research available for you and stipends and great financial aid. And hey, it's the Sunshine State, right? So how could you go wrong? So.
You want to share your screen maybe?
Oh goodness, am I not sharing this? I'm so sorry. How embarrassing. There we go, guys. Okay, perfect. Can you see that?
Yes, we can.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the academic advantages of studying at one of our schools. So studying at our schools also means that you'll have access to Florida's variety of rich and diverse industries for professional experience. Florida is actually ranked 5th in the nation for high-tech employment and is also home to 15 Fortune 500 companies. Our students are able to pursue internships and career opportunities in fields like aerospace and aviation, and financial and health professional services. Here you'll find anything from biological science research to education to health professions to computer science. So there really is something for everyone at our schools. Our high quality academics and internship opportunities work together to prepare you for what comes after graduation, whether that's landing your dream job or getting accepted into graduate or professional program.
We are proud that a combined 92% of our students are gainfully employed, serving in the military, or continuing their education at the graduate, professional, or doctoral level within 1 year of graduation. As independent schools in the state of Florida, we are dedicated to making our education affordable for our students. While affordability may not always be the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the words independent school, all of our schools offer scholarships and financial aid opportunities that help make affordability a reality for you and your family. Additionally, the vast majority of our graduates earn their bachelor's degree in 4 years or less, which allows you to spend less on your education. In fact, recent data shows that students nationwide are graduating from college in 5 to 6 years on average. This can end up costing you about 40% more on your education, and that's not a financial burden we want to put on our students. So much so that we ordered over $200 million in scholarships and grants combined last year.
So as you can see, there's numerous reasons why you should call Florida your home, no matter what your career aspirations are or your academic needs are, as whether you're looking for a quality education, employment opportunities, affordability, these are all areas that are offered right here in Florida. But also too, you can't get any better than the weather right here in Florida. And especially in the Northeast area where at times typically you have to bring out that jacket, there's starting to get snow on the ground. That's not the case here in Florida. They don't call us the Sunshine State for nothing, as the average year-round temperature gets a nice warm 80 degrees. So it gives you endless opportunities to do things outside. Now we've heard a little bit about why you should study in Florida. Now let's hear from the different universities that we have on this panel tonight.
Perfect.
Hi, as I said earlier, I'm Philippa Roberts, one of the admissions counselors at Eckerd, and I'm going to spend a little bit of time discussing the unique aspects of Eckerd College's campus. So we are a small private liberal arts in St. Pete, Florida, just shy of 2,000 students. Something unique for us is our geographic reach on campus. So on average, a student tends to travel around 200 miles to go to their college. For us, our students travel on average over 1,000 miles. So they're truly represented from all across the state as well as the world. Move to the next slide. If you just use the arrow.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Not sure why here we go.
One of another unique aspects of our campus is our academic calendar. So our students partake in a 4-1-4, which means they take 4 classes in the fall and in the spring, with one short-term requirement that our sophomores through seniors fulfill during the winter term, which is 3 weeks in January. As a freshman, it looks a little bit different. So if we move to the next slide, I can talk about our autumn term experience. So our students in their first year arrive to campus 3 weeks before the full semester starts, and they're the only ones on campus, no upperclassmen. During this time, they kind of get a 3-week-long orientation of getting acclimated to our environment, as well as taking a course. So you're in class Monday through Friday, 9 to 12, and this is an opportunity to really adjust to what a college course is like opposed to what you're used to in high school. And in the afternoon, you're doing orientation type activities where you're really getting to know the campus, you're getting to know what resources and departments are on campus as well. So this really helps those students, since they're coming from so far away, to get adjusted to this new environment, as well as getting to know one another, because typically we're only bringing in one student from each high school. We offer over 40 majors on our campus. We truly have a wide variety of the kind of arts and sciences. Our top majors, #1 is marine science. We're one of the top programs in the country. Animal studies, environmental studies, psychology, and international relations. You can see our students are truly embracing the liberal arts and exploring different academic backgrounds. Some unique aspects to our campus life, 2 of which you can see in this photo. 1, due to our location, we do have our own beaches on campus that our students certainly utilize. They have bonfires set up so that you can have campfires. Wi-Fi is on the beaches, so our students can get their homework done at the beach. Second unique aspect is that we are the pet-friendliest campus in America. So students are allowed to bring pets to campus as long as they are 40 pounds or under and not classified as an exotic animal. So we do have pet dogs on campus, as you can see in this photo. One of my favorite traditions with our pet life is actually that we have a pet graduation a couple of days before the humans graduate. And so the pets of all of our graduating seniors get their own little ceremony. They get a certificate, and lots of the dogs will be wearing caps and gowns, so it's very adorable. And then another unique aspect is our waterfront. So that has 3 components to it. 1 is academic. So our students in our environmental science and our marine science classes will be able to take out boats and they go out into the water, collect samples, go back to the laboratories all within one class and do their research. Recreational, our students for free are able to take out paddle boards, kayaks, canoes, fishing equipment. They can go out and do water skiing, wakeboarding, sailing, wide variety of waterfront activities that they can do all for free as a student. And then our third component is service. We have an organization called Eckerd College Search and Rescue. We are the only collegiate organization that works with the Coast Guard in the United States. So our students are fully trained to respond to emergency distress calls out at sea, and due to our location, quite often are first at sea. And they are fully trained to respond in that moment. They do not have to wait for the Coast Guard. So we're the only college in the country that does this. Just last year, we received the second highest honor that the Coast Guard issues. So quick summer application stuff. We are on the Common App as well as having our own application. No preference either way for what you choose to apply with. The questions are exactly the same. We need your transcripts where our average GPA is a 3.45 unweighted. We have gone test optional for the next 2 years in light of COVID. So whatever it makes most sense for you, it will not impact your admissions or consideration for merit aid. Our average SAT is a 1200 and our average ACT is a 26. Then we need one letter of recommendation from an academic source and the personal essay. 2 timelines to apply. Early action means if you apply by November 15th, guaranteed decision mailed by December 15th, and you can get the application fee waived. After that, we operate in rolling admissions where you'll receive a decision within 3 to 4 weeks of the application being complete. Every student who applies is automatically considered for our merit aid. That ranges from $12,000 to $25,000. And then there's some additional scholarships you can apply to if accepted, one that involves research, one if you're interested in theater, music, creative writing, visual arts, or film, and one if you want to take on diversity and leadership initiatives on campus. Highly recommend if you want to learn more about Eckerd College to research Colleges That Change Lives book. This was something that was written by Lauren Pope, who visited the country visiting different schools and selected 40 schools that they believe truly changes the lives of their students beyond what you're learning inside the classroom. Eckerd College was one of the schools that was chosen from that. So if you want to learn more about Eckerd, I highly recommend checking out that book and reach out to me at any point if you do have any further questions. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. And so I am now going to tell you a little bit about Florida Southern College. We're a small school. We have about 3,500 students on our campus, and we were founded in 1883. Our claim to fame is that we are the world's largest single site of Frank Lloyd Wright's architecture. We have about 13 of his original designs on our campus, and any of our new designs are certainly built or designed after his architectural preference. We're located in Lakeland, Florida, which is right in between Tampa and Orlando. You can zip to either coastline in an hour and change, or you can zip to Tampa or Orlando in 40, 45 minutes, depending on traffic. So very centrally located. So we have a liberal arts core. We have over 70 programs of study for you to choose from. A lot of our students will double major or choose a minor. And we also have 16 pre-professional tracks that you may choose from. Something like pre-law or pre-med would be, to name a couple or a few of them. We do have 11 master or doctoral programs as well. And we do have some 4+1 options. In other words, you would earn your bachelor's or your master, or I'm sorry, your bachelor's and your master's in 5 short years. And we offer this in accounting, business, and also in education. So we have a direct entry nursing program, School of Arts, School of Music, communication. We have a doctorate in physical therapy. Just the list goes on. So lots to choose from. So we really thrive on engaged learning. We are a smaller school again, so we have the capability of the smaller class sizes. You're going to have about 18 to 20 students in the classroom with you, and you'll be led by a professor, and you'll always be led by a professor. You will not be led by a TA or a grad student. So engaged learning, in other words, you're not just sitting day in and day out, listening to lectures and reading chapters and learning information. Your professors are definitely not just facilitators of information. They are educators at heart. They really care about your individual needs. I know from my experience, I'm in our MBA program. I had a paper due on Africa. My professor set me up with his colleagues in Africa. I was able to Zoom with them. So I learned a lot more information than I would have just exploring the internet. So we definitely are up to par in our engaged learning. We're involved with the Tiny Earth Network, which is students for our biology program. With Tiny Earth Network is from Yale University, and they certainly do a great job in their antibiotic research for that Tiny Earth Network. So lots to definitely explore outside of the classroom. We have a few guarantees that we like to tell our students about. The first guarantee is studying abroad. You will certainly have a chance to do this. It's called your junior journey. It's something that you will do your junior or your senior year. It's a 7 to 10 day trip, and it's taken during your fall break or your spring break, so you're not missing out on any class time. And the cost of these trips are actually embedded in your tuition, so it's very little money out of pocket. You are able to travel outside of your major, so if you're a business major, but you want to, go tag sharks in Bimini with the marine bio students, you're able to do that. Certainly not my cup of tea, but hey, if that's something you're into, great. We also, our second guarantee is that we guarantee an internship. Employers are looking for that experience in their new hires. And so we are definitely able to guarantee that experience for you across all majors. You will be guaranteed that internship. And then our third guarantee is graduating in 4 years. The nation's average right now is 5.5 to 6 years. And with the resources that we provide you with, like professors that are your academic advisors right from the get-go, we're very transfer credit friendly. So AP classes, dual enrollment classes, you're going to transfer in and go towards your gen eds and towards your electives. This will get you in and out of here in 4 years. So those are our 3 guarantees that we like to tell students about. On the bottom of the screen, you see there, these are a lot of the corporations we've been involved with on both an internship level and or student, that have been employed. These internships certainly open a lot of doors. Lakeland is home to public supermarkets, and so we do have their corporate office is located here in Lakeland. Lockheed Martin and Geico also have a corporate office here in Lakeland. So we have a lot of opportunities right here in our backyard. So a little bit about student life. We do guarantee housing. And 93% of our students do live on campus. In order to commute, you must live with a parent or a guardian within a 30-mile radius of our campus. We do have about 16 resident halls and apartments. Our apartment complexes are owned and operated by Florida Southern. And so you can opt to live in one of these apartment complexes your junior or your senior year. Excuse me. So as far as sports are concerned, we are a Division II. We have about 30 national championships under our belts, and we have about 20 varsity sports to offer. We also have some really neat club sports. We have water ski, equestrian, ice hockey, to name a few. And we certainly have a great intramural program as well. So as far as campus life is concerned, we're not a suitcase college. The college doesn't just clear out on the weekends. You're always going to have people here and stuff to do. 60% of our students are from Florida. We have over 100 clubs and organizations to keep you busy, student government, multicultural clubs, all kinds of really neat things that you can get involved in. 25% of our campus is Greek, and our Greek life is involved in community service. And so giving back to the community is the main objective. Each of these sororities and fraternities are affiliated with a charitable organization on both a national and a local level as well. We also have about 10 campus ministries that you can become part of, if that's your thing. And under our belt, again, we have about 32,000 hours of community service. So a little bit about, excuse me, a little bit about our application process. We are test optional. We definitely do take, of course, the Common App, the Coalition app, and of course our own application. And please note that we do not have an application fee, so it is free to apply to Florida Southern. In order to complete your application, we're going to need your official high school transcripts, your test score if you are applying as test considered, letter of recommendation, and of course your personal essay. We take a holistic approach and look at all of these factors, not just your GPA and your test scores. On the bottom of the screen, you see our average test scores, our average GPA. These are not minimum requirement numbers to get into our school. As far as scholarships are concerned, we do have a handful of prestige scholarships. These scholarships do require a separate application. And if you meet the criteria to apply for one of these scholarships, we will certainly let you know. So no worry in getting left out of that. Our merit scholarships are decided upon automatically during your application process. And so that will certainly be something that your admissions counselor, myself, will definitely see to that you are awarded your merit scholarship. Those scholarships, the merit, go anywhere from $7,000 a year to $21,000 a year. We do honor Florida Bright Futures along with prepay. And we do have some talent rewards for students with theatrical abilities, music abilities, athletic abilities, and so on. Okay, and now we move on to Florida Tech.
All right, so let's talk about Florida Tech. So Florida Tech is located right on the space coast of Florida. We were founded back in 1958 by several NASA scientists and engineers. We're considered to be a smaller school. Right now we have about 3,500 undergrad students. So the average class sizes are about 20 to 25 students. We offer bachelor's, master's, and PhD programs here, and we have about 190 different degree programs in total. We have 4 colleges here. We have aviation, business, engineering and science, and psychology and liberal arts. Our College of Engineering and Science is definitely our biggest one. That is where 75% of our students are enrolled in. And what we do here is we admit students directly into their majors. So if a student is interested in mechanical engineering, he or she will start learning about it the first semester and be in the machine shop the first semester. Or if a student wants to become a pilot, he or she will be up in the air flying within the first week. So we really admit students directly into their majors. Getting work experience related to your major or field of study can be a great way to apply the skills and techniques you learned in class and applying it into a real work environment. And it can also help with your career goals. Internship and co-ops are a great way for our students to gain a competitive edge when it comes to landing a job after graduation. Another program that we offer is our Fast Track program, which lets students get a bachelor's and a master's degree in 5 years, which will save both time and money. And co-ops, internships, and Fast Track is not something a student would have to decide on when applying, but it's good to know that we offer these programs. Any engineering student are expected to complete a capstone project by the end of their senior year. We really value hands-on experience here. So students will be working across disciplines to plan, design, and execute a student-designed project to prove that what you've learned has real-life applications. Our students have made some amazing projects in the past, including formula-style race cars, mining robots for NASA, ROVs, rockets, and a lot of other different projects as well. Florida Tech is a Division II school as well, and we have about 19 different varsity sports. Beside our D2 teams, we also have about 120 different clubs and organizations, and it all ranges from like beach volleyball and surfing to robotics, esports, and Greek life. So there really should be something for everybody to get involved in. All right, a little bit about the application process to Florida Tech. So we do rolling admission, meaning we review applications all throughout someone's senior year. So you can apply to Florida Tech either through the Common App, we do accept the Common App, or you can apply with our own university application that you can find on our website. It's completely up to you which one you want to use. We don't really prefer one over the other, and they're both free. We also are going to need your transcript and SAT or ACT scores as a minimum before we can start reviewing your application. And from the time we have those three things, which is an application, transcript, and test scores, it shouldn't take more than 2 weeks before you get your decision. We receive about 11,000 applications per year, and we admit about 60% of them. This right here gives you an overview of the current student that came to Florida Tech fall 2020. And as you can see, we do get a lot of good students applying to Florida Tech. One thing we're really proud of is our placement rate. So our placement rate is 95%, meaning our students either have a job in their field of study or they're into grad school 6 months after graduation. Our students are very successful, and these companies right here are just some of the companies that our students will go work for. Florida Tech gives out a lot of financial aid. 97% of our students receive some type of financial assistance, and the average financial aid packet for fall 2020 was about $33,500 per year. So when a student applies for admission to Florida Tech, they automatically apply for a merit-based scholarship, which is based off a student's GPA and test scores. So once we receive a student's FAFSA information later on, we will, in addition to the merit-based scholarship, build them a full financial aid packet that might include other gift aids, such as the one listed. So the way it works is when a student gets admitted, they will receive their merit-based scholarship letter, and then later on, once we have the FAFSA information, they will receive the full financial aid packet. So this is really fast about Florida Tech, and reach out to me if you guys have any direct questions for me. Thank you.
So, like mentioned earlier, my name is Dylan Klim from Lynn University. So, a little bit about Lynn University. We're located in Boca Raton, Florida, and there's always that saying that people go to Boca Raton to retire or go on vacation, where that's actually not the case, as there's over 40,000 university students right here in Boca Raton, as we have other 2 neighboring colleges as well too. But here in Boca Raton, we're a growing city, as there's a lot of corporate companies right in our backyard. Forbes actually voted us as the 12th fastest growing metropolitan area in the United States. And one of my favorite facts as well too, we're #1 for most international students on a regional university South list, as we're truly a global community here at Lynn. So here at Lynn, like I mentioned, we're truly a global community, as we bring in students from over 97 nations in 47 states. If you know anybody from the Dakotas or Montanas, those are the only states we don't have students from, but everyone else, we bring in students from each year, especially in the New Jersey area. Besides Florida, every year we bring in students from New Jersey as well too. And here at Lynn, we're a small family-like atmosphere group, as We have a total of 2,700 undergraduate students here at Lynn, and that really plays home within our classrooms as we have an 18-to-1 student to professor ratio here at Lynn. One of the great programs we have here at Lynn is our iPad powered learning. So here at Lynn, everyone gets the iPad Pro. And in addition to that, they get an Apple keyboard and an Apple Pen. So we recognize here at Lynn that everyone uses technology. Look at us right now, we're using a form of technology. So we decided to embrace that and bring it right into our classroom. So here at Lynn, that's how you're going to be learning. It's going to be how you're turning in your assignments, how you're going to be doing all your tests and quizzes are going to be all done through the iPads. And students love this as well too, because now you don't need to be lugging around any backpacks or any additional items. All you need is your iPads. And parents love it as well too, because you're saving over 90% in cost savings because you're not paying for any additional textbooks. And there's also some great apps on the iPads that make learning a lot easier and a lot more fun to do so. One of the great programs we have here, Lynn, is our 3-year accelerated bachelor's degree program. So it puts you on pace to graduate in 3 years instead of 4. When I was a student here at Lynn, I was a part of this program, and it's not something that you have to start your freshman year. So ultimately how it works, your freshman year, you'll still take the normal class load of 5 classes, but when everyone leaves in May, you'll take an additional 3 to 4 extra classes a summer term. And then your remaining 2 years at Lynn, you'll take 6 classes instead of 5. But it ultimately puts you on pace to graduate in 3 years. And then you're saving over $50,000 because you're graduating 1 year early. So this way, if you want to go back for your master's or get a jump start in the workforce, you can do so. And if you look on the right-hand side, you can see all the variety of different majors we have. We are a liberal arts school, so we are focusing heavily on criminal justice, psychology, biology, forensics, but we also have some great programs like fashion and retail or social entrepreneurship or aviation management, just to name a few. In our nationally recognized core club, the Dialogues of Learning. So we noticed with many students after college graduation, they weren't developing those good soft skills needed no matter what your career aspirations are. They didn't know how to present. They didn't know how to work in a team-like atmosphere. So we decided to bring these right into our curriculum with our Dialogues of Learning. So there's 5 of them: self-society, belief and reason, just civic life, quantitative reasoning, and scientific literacy. So they are focused on the math, the reading, the science, the history, but then they also are able to develop your soft skills that you need after graduation. And so working in a team-like environment, communicating effectively, problem solving, all these things needed no matter what you're doing after graduation. And also here, Lynn, so we are Division II. So we're a small, close-knit group. We have over 25 national championships and over 45 conference titles. So we have pretty much every sports team except for American football and also our collegiate sports. We also have clubs and intramurals as well, too. And on top of that, we also have 30 clubs and organizations right on campus. We have 3 fraternities, 2 sororities. We have clubs that revolve around certain majors and certain interests as well, too, whether that's drama, drawing, video games, some recreational stuff. So no matter what your interest is, we have a club. And I always advise students also as well, if you're interested in starting your own club. That's actually how a lot of our clubs started here at Lynn. Students just create their own club, maybe the one that they had back home at their high school.
So I guess that is it for us. We definitely know that, please note that you can certainly ask questions in the chat. We're more than happy to answer your questions per college. And this is our information should you need it. Again, we thank you. We know that exploring colleges is certainly not something that's easy. So we're here to direct you as best we can. And, we're here to answer any questions that you may have.
Looks like there is a question in the chat at the moment. So if y'all want to address that, you do have a few minutes before this session will end.
Yeah, I can answer that question. I was actually typing it as we spoke, but I can answer it. So a student asked if or what type of study abroad programs Florida Tech offers, and one of our more popular study abroad program is the Oxford Study Abroad program, which usually goes over the summer, either the summer after your freshman year or sophomore year. It's a very popular program. You can basically study wherever you want, but that going to Oxford, England is one of the more popular ones that we offer. I don't know if anybody else has any cool study abroad programs they want to talk about.
Yeah, we certainly have what's called a Maymester abroad, and this is done for example, for our communication students. They study abroad in England for the month of May. We call it our Maymester.
Yeah, we certainly offer a lot on the theme of England. We also have a study centre in London, so our own housing in London where our students can spend the semester there. They go with Eckerd faculty and students, and they're taking courses with the Eckerd faculty, so that's all part of their tuition, as well as plenty of other opportunities. So about 75% of our students do study abroad at least once, if not multiple times, because that winter term for the 3 weeks in January, most students will do study abroad classes there. And they have trips to Cuba, Ireland, traveling throughout Asia, a wide variety of different options.
All right. I am not seeing any more questions in the chat. If you all have any questions, please feel free to pop them in there. And I'm going to
At this time, if there are no additional questions, we can end the session, but participants, I do want to give you the chance. You do have a few more minutes if you'd like, while the presenters are here, please ask any additional questions that you have for them. When this session does end, we will all go away together. There will be a quick attendee survey, so please feel free to take time to fill that out. There will be additional sessions, again, that you can sign up for on the NJACAC.org website, and this recording will be available to view a couple weeks after tonight's session. So hopefully you took down the information of the presenters and the wonderful information they were able to share this evening. And presenters, thank you again for spending the evening with us, and thank you for working through the technical issues at the very beginning of the evening. So attendees, last minute questions are available to be given now before we close for the evening.
thank you.
Looks like one more came in. Eckerd, if you want to answer that. Oh, a few more, perfect.
So the question for Eckerd is asking, can they do college from home, or do they have to distance on campus? Currently, students were given the option to do remote learning or on campus. We instituted a phased return. So first years arrived first for the first month, and then just this past weekend, our sophomores arrived on campus, and then in about a month or so, our upperclassmen do. So they were given the option whether they wanted to do on campus or fully remote, depending on their phase return.
Yeah, and I did see that Florida Tech got a question regarding any virtual tours. And yes, we do have virtual tours that you can find on our website under the admission page. We also are doing in-person tours as well 3 times a day. Obviously, we're doing the whole social distancing and all that, so there's limited space for doing the in-person tours, but if you are not able to travel down here, definitely check out our virtual tour that's on our website, which also will show the dorm, because I know there was a question about that.
Wonderful.
As for visiting rules, students can definitely come with their parents when they come for visits or a college tour.
Well, thank you all again, and I appreciate your participation. Attendees, thank you for joining and hearing more about these wonderful schools in Florida, take a trip. And participants, panelists, thank you again. And you all have a wonderful evening.